Good afternoon, people. My name's Mike, Back to Basics Podcasting. I'm going to be planting a little bit of a garden today. I'm actually putting in some summer squash. I'm using the iCam Extreme to video some of this. Using the earthway seeder. I really like the little earthway seeder. It makes life a whole lot easier. As you can see, I've actually got some pretty decent mounds. I plant my squash on a mound. Some people do, some people don't. I actually use a tractor to do that. Yes, the tractor has a planter on it, or one that I can put on it, but it's just too much of a headache. I can throw the seeds in this little jewel and rock on and plant. It just works so much better to do it that way. As you can see, we've got a few things already coming up over there. Well, let's get started. Pretty simple. Works. Just push it along. If you haven't ever used one, no, it can get hung up. You know, it's not perfect. It's a piece of equipment. And you just got to work with its limitations. But as you see, it front wheel turns this belt, which actually turns the plates in the side. I've got this piece of cardboard to keep seeds from popping out, because sometimes they'll pop. Drops down this little chute right here, which has got an actual gauge on it that you can adjust the planting depth. It's printed on or etched on there. So you don't even have to guess. I mean, it tells you exactly. This will put it 1 inch deep, which happens to be what I'm planting these squash seeds at. Little chain helps cover them up, and packing wheel at the back actually packs everything down real good. You know, for $100, you can find them a little cheaper, a little more expensive, but on average, they're going to run you around $100 wherever you order one from. You just, man, you just can't beat it. It sure beats bending over and poking them in the ground by hand when you can just kind of push. See, it has a bit of trouble with the clods, but that's mostly due to my style of planting this. Tractor will throw up some clods occasionally. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it beats me having to bend over, poke a seed in the ground every 3 foot. Earthway seed, got a little wind picking up, so you might be getting some noise. You're going to have more of a problem with overseeding than underseeding, which doesn't really bother me. I can go back and pick a plant out if I have to be. Okay, we'll check, see how many seeds I've got left. Okay. That's one row. This is early prolific squash. I'm going to run back over this row. There again, like I said, a little overseeding doesn't necessarily bother me. I can deal with that better than I can. 2 weeks down the road, I can come pick a plant out a whole lot easier than I can put a plant back in. I'm just going to turn around, go the other direction, all the way down the row. I know it won't make it. It's going to run out of seeds shortly, but that's all right. I can kind of double fasten just to use up those seeds. And there we go. go. We'll go ahead and make one more pass right through there. I don't have all of that before the potatoes start. If you watch any of my other videos, you know what's growing right through here, but if not, I'll just go ahead and fill you in. Got some salad mix right there. Obviously quite a few onions growing. Somewhere around the neighborhood of 1,500 to 2,000. I lost count. Yes, I intend to sell some, but I like lots of onions. I use onions in a lot of my cooking, both fresh and dehydrated. The wife's got some wildflowers planted right there. Try to draw in some honeybees and stuff like that, pollinators. That's what she's working on up there, is planting sunflowers. And we're going to plant some crimson clover and wildflowers over yonder. Get the rabbits something to eat other than the garden. And again, bring in some pollinators. Oh, down there on that end is herbs, garlic, dill, rosemary, sage. Yeah, you get the idea. Pretty much any herb you can think of. You see all the little sticks, that's all something different growing. There's my old John Deere disc. I've had that longer than I've had this 20. I was pulling it with Cub Lowboy. It's in one of my other videos. And yes, that Lowboy would pull that disc with all that weight on it, and with it turned to the most aggressive cutting it's got. So don't discount them old Lowboys. They're pretty stout. Like I said before, they do have their limitations. Everything does. And there you have it. That's some potatoes planted over there. Put them in the ground last weekend. Got a little late start due to weather conditions. I couldn't help. I mean, it was raining. Great temperature. We've actually come up to temperature quite early this year. And trees are starting to bud out. And I just hope we don't get a late freeze. North Texas area is notorious for getting a freeze right around Easter. Obviously, this is middle of March. It's not Easter yet. I've seen this happen many years. It warms up, everything bud out. People go to putting very frost tender stuff in the ground. You notice I don't have any tomatoes. pepper plants out. They're actually up there in the greenhouse. And come around Easter, we'll get a late frost and hey there, talk about finding stuff. We'll get a late frost and kill off a lot of people's stuff, fruit trees especially. Okay, let's see what we got. Still got a few left. Go back over both of them. Real close by. Try to follow in the same path as best I can. I watched a lot of videos on this little earthway. People got perfect soil and it just brushes so nice and smooth. Like I said, it's got its limitations. My soil's not the best, but I gotta work with what I got. Try to make it better over the years. As you can see, little earthway still works. Yeah. So if you're concerned about them not working for your soil type, yeah, if you just work with it, it'll work with you. There you can actually see this side got millimeters, and this side has inches. Believe it or not, I've ordered some plant seeds that actually had the planting depth in millimeters. Okay, well, there we go, folks. We got 3 rows of squash put in. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Check us out at backtobasicspodcast.com.